Hello, everyone. Hello. I am live, and I have just turned off the fan behind me, and so I'm thinking it's going to get really hot in here because I've closed the door, and so I'm going to try and speed through this today's coaching session, so. I hope you guys all had a lovely weekend. It is definitely summer here in the UK. It feels so hot. It is sweltering. And so I hope you guys may have been having some barbecues or, enjoying the sunshine and etc. etc. I can see one person who is watching at the moment. Who is that? Let me know where you're watching from. Give me a shout, say hi, because I'd love to know who's catching the show. Oh, there's 3 people here today, so that's nice. Also, definitely comment. I love for you guys to participate. So, I am. What was I? Oh my gosh, I've lost my thought process for a moment. So what is today's topic about? Okay, so today's topic is about why you can't just exercise and eat however much you want. So last week, right, was last week's session was why you can't just eat less and not exercise. So if you haven't seen last week's episode or that episode, then definitely tune in and you can find that in the group. I hope you guys are spending obviously more time dedicating yourself to your personal goals, because this really is the time where a lot of us find or feel like we're really motivated, especially in the UK as the weather picks up, where our energy is a little bit higher, our motivation and just our outlook is just like that little bit more positive. So really ride that wave, guys. Okay. And obviously because it's the summer, it's like we're wearing less clothes, so more skin on show, so that just like gives like an extra kind of boost to sort of really get going. Last week I did announce, obviously I have my podcast. I launched my podcast, so if you haven't tuned into that, then definitely please do so. They are I guess you could say similar to this, where I just talk a little bit about myself, share some stories, but obviously some insights and some hard truths about really what it takes to get dress fitting ready and make a physique transformation a reality for the big day and beyond. And I would love to give some shout outs because we do have some members that have joined the group recently. So let me go through. I do have a list. I'm going to go through a list actually. Why not? Alexandria, hello. Louise, hello. Carla, Claire, Sharon, Danny, Janine, Stacey, Jodie, Nicola, Sheena, and Lauren. So welcome, guys. Welcome so much to this group. I really hope you guys find these coaching sessions helpful and useful for whatever it is that you guys are trying to achieve. And because there are new members, I always love to sort of introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Zoe. I help brides make a physique transformation a reality for the big day and beyond. I'm a yoga teacher, ex-Pure Gym instructor, and former chef tutor at the School of Wok London. Turned strength and physique coach. So I'm getting married in July 2022. I am dress fitting ready, so I'm here to help you guys get there too, right? So let's get on with today's session. Why you can't just eat less and eat however much you want. I'm talking about this topic because I believe that so many people do this. Like they think that just because they can exercise and then sort of not really monitor or track or be, I guess, like more mindful about how much they can eat, and they think they can basically get away with that. And I very much fell into that category, very much so, because I fell very much into that category because I love food and I love what I've always been into food. And so, you know, I believe that as long as I exercised and worked out and then eat healthy, okay, that, you know, it would get me sort of the body that I wanted. It would help me lose all that sort of unwanted weight or unwanted fat. And so, yeah, it really follows on from last week, which is, you know, why you can't just eat less and not exercise. So, you know, and maybe you fall into one of these specific categories where you are a person who tends to tries to, or is at the moment, maybe eating less and rather not exercise, or you're someone who is, you know, you rather exercise more and then not really monitor what you eat because you exercise so much that you think that you can, you burn off all those calories from sort of the food that you're eating, right? And so after watching this, you will come to understand why you can't just exercise and eat however much you want, okay? And I have always been into food. I love eating, cooking it, love buying it. You know, my favorite shops are usually food shops, okay? Like, I don't know if any of you sort of get excited when you visit, when you go abroad. I love going to sort of supermarkets abroad and going to the food shops. That is like one of the best parts of going abroad. And so, you know, and I'm saying all of this because if so, then you might be definitely one that falls into this category where you'd much rather just exercise and then just not monitor or eat however much you like, right? You know, I have said in previous sessions that I have had, I guess you could say, an unhealthy relationship with food. And it's just taken me a really long time to obviously understand what exactly that means for me. Because each and every one of us, right, will have some sort of meaningful relationship with food, whether that is unhealthy or healthy, or probably varying degrees of that, because, you know, there will be some of you who may have more sort of toxic relationships with food. So that means, you know, for example, you know, if you have been suffering with anorexia or, you know, bulimia and things like that, or maybe you're on that sort of the other end where you really overindulge and not just sort of binge every now and then. And so, yeah, it's like, so you could be like in this like varying degrees of sort of, your a relationship that is not very healthy, okay, with food. So sort of this leads back to why some people will choose to eat however much they want or whatever they want, or not monitoring what they eat, and would rather just exercise or try to negate this like indulgence by exercising. And there is nothing wrong with that, right? Because, you know, life is for enjoyment. But if you are desperately or wanting to get into shape for your wedding, okay, you cannot, okay, just exercise and eat however much you want. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. And so I'm putting all these, like I've said, asterisk, 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 because everything needs context. Everything needs context. So when you choose, right, to exercise and eat however much you want or not monitoring what you are eating, the issue really falls down, okay, to energy input and energy output. And that's really how your body functions from a very, very basic standpoint, okay, very basic standpoint, energy in, energy out. And so your body works by using energy from food or from stored energy, okay? So energy from food or stored energy in the case of basically fat, okay, or energy that's held within your muscles, which is called muscle glycogen. Okay, and so this energy output is all dependent on your physical level, physical activity level, how much you work out, your general day-to-day movements, as well as your body function, breathing, digesting, cell regeneration. Some people call this all of this NEAT. You know, I guess you could say, well, some people call some of this, half of this NEAT. So your non-energy activity thermogenesis, as well as your physical level activity. And these are the two things what are dependent on your energy output, okay? There is also a sort of a minimum requirement of calories that your body needs to function. And that's worked out from knowing your BMR, or what you would call your basal metabolic rate, or even your RMR, which is your resting metabolic rate. Okay, and so this is your BMR or your RMR is all to do with how your body functions on the basic level, so it can keep your 11 systems in your body functioning. So that's your respiratory system, your digestive system, your circulatory system, your endocrine, musculoskeletal, and so many more. Okay, and so and so any extra calories that are then needed for, let's say, your physical activity level, you know, your day-to-day movement and from your workouts, okay, are right. So okay, let me go back. So those are all the things about energy input and energy output. Okay, your BMR, okay, which is the basic level of energy output, your activity level, these are your workouts, your trainings, your cardio sessions. Then there is things like your day-to-day movements. So this is your NEAT, okay, your non-exercise activity. Okay, and so those are all your energy outputs. And even though, right, there is no sort of perfect, I guess you could say, calorie or number to ensure that you, for example, get results, you know, for what you're looking for if let's say you do start to track your calories, or if you want to start to lose weight and lose fat or gain weight, okay, either way, that you cannot just decide to exercise a lot and eat however much you want or whatever you want. Okay, because you do not know for sure, okay, if you're eating enough for your body to function, and for your body to function properly to help you lose weight. Okay, so let me say that again. So even if you, let's say, like, you cannot, okay, because you can. I'm just going off track here. No, so this is because even if you exercise a lot, okay, but eat however much you want or whatever you want, you do not know for sure if you are eating enough, okay, for your body to function properly to help you lose the weight, okay, or you do not know, okay, if you are burning enough calories from exercising with regards to the amount of food, okay, you are consuming in order to lose weight. Okay, and it will be really, really difficult for you to get consistent progress, okay, because one day you may eat less, okay, another day you will eat more, okay, and then all you are doing is making it harder for your body to do what it has to do on a daily basis. And this goes with your physical activity level and your daily non-activity level on a daily basis. Okay, and so if you are not tracking your calories or you're not monitoring your food intake, okay, you will find it extremely hard, okay, to get consistent results. Okay, and this will end up leading you to plateau. Okay, and because let's say you do exercise, let's say 3 days a week, okay, you do not monitor what you eat, okay, but you eat a similar amount or the same amount week in, week out. Okay, at the beginning, okay, of that, at the beginning of you starting, let's say, your exercise, which is 3 days a week, you will of course see a drop in weight, okay, because you've suddenly increased your output. But sooner or later, what will happen, okay, is that you won't see a drop in weight because your metabolism has now gotten used to, okay, this new energy balance input and output. So it's now managed to regulate itself with your new input and your new energy output. Okay, And so if you have, let's say, lost weight from increasing your output from exercising, this means that you shouldn't really need, okay, so this is the crux of it. If you have lost weight, okay, from that increase of output from exercising, this means that you shouldn't need as many calories, okay, to function anymore. But if you are still eating, okay, the same amount as before, the same things as before, okay, and you're not monitoring, okay, you may actually start to gain weight again, or you will definitely hit that plateau, because you are now not only eating more than you need to, okay, because you haven't taken into account your lower energy needs. Okay, you haven't taken into account your lower energy needs. So the key thing, okay, to take away from this session is that if you exercise and don't track your food consumption or calories, you won't be able to adjust or take into account your ever-changing energy needs. Your ever-changing energy needs as you lose weight in order to keep making progress. Okay, exercising only makes up for 20% of the physical results. Okay, I'll say that again. Exercising only makes up 20% of your physical results, okay? Whereas 80% of your results are really dictated by how much and what you eat, okay? 80% of your results are dictated by how much and what you eat, okay? And so if you continue to eat what you like, you waste the potential of the results that you can get from exercising. So essentially, you end up wasting time and effort, okay, when you do exercise. And I don't want you to misinterpret what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying don't bother exercising at all, you know, because last week, okay, last week's session, I told you why you can't just eat less and exercise, right? And that was because, you know, exercising, you know, why you can't just, yeah. So last week I talked about why you can't just eat less and not exercise. And this week, obviously, I'm saying why you can't just exercise and not eat however much you want, okay? And, you know, because I'm not saying that you shouldn't exercise, okay? Because obviously exercise is great for our mental health, it's great for our cardiovascular health, you know, but if you are planning to continue exercising, okay, but have that mindset where you can just eat healthily and still lose weight, yeah, you may do for a short period of time, but not to the point where you can confidently say it's enough, right? It's enough to say that you've made a physique transformation or you are like 100% happy with your results, because your results will plateau and you are not you're not balancing your energy input and your energy output, which is crucial if you want to burn fat and lose weight, okay? So if you are serious about getting dress fitting ready, you want to keep the weight off for good, okay, don't just hope that exercising is enough for you to then be able to eat however much or whatever you want, okay? It's not I can eat less and not exercise, okay? And it's not I can exercise and eat what I like, okay? However, it is exercise and track what you eat, exercise and monitor what you eat, okay? You need to do both of these things, and if you want to and you need to do both of these things if you want to see continual progress. So for those of you who have a significant or some fat to lose, okay, because if you are consistently exercising and consistently eating, okay, in a way that is progressive, you know, this is what will get you rocking up to the bridal suite and like happy and smiling, okay, rather than, you know, oh no, and like dreading it, thinking, oh my gosh, I've only got like, you know, it's like in a week's time, in like 2 months time, I don't know what to do, you know, and so when you put yourself in that situation, you know, it's going to be hard for you to sort of mentally get out of that headspace, okay? So, you know, and what I mean by, you know, you have, and I know it's hard to do both. You have to do both. You have to do both. You cannot just eat less and not exercise. You cannot just exercise and eat what you like or however much you like, okay? You know, and I know it's tough to do both. I know it's tough. I know it's not always to do this like perfectly, okay? But it's not about you being perfect and doing it perfectly, but you just have to be consistent. And, you know, because consistency is what gets results. Consistency is what gets results. So consistent means like just doing the hard stuff over and over again, even when you fall off the wagon, even when you have a break, even when you have days or social events. Okay, it's just about getting back on that wagon and doing the hard stuff once you can. Okay, and if you have been exercising and then not monitoring what you eat, you are just hindering your potential, okay, to get where you want to be faster. Okay, and in some cases this will stop you from ever getting where you want to be. Okay, which is obviously, you know, where you want to be is to the point where you're in your dress, you're happy, you're eating a slice of your expensive wedding cake, okay, and you know you're not being self-conscious of it, and you're not worried about what others are thinking, or maybe like judging you for like, or maybe even you judging yourself, okay, eating that slice of cake, because that is what we do, right? And so, you know, if what you are doing is not really getting you the results that you want, and you need some and you really want some serious help to finally lose the unwanted body fat, and you know, so you can get the perfect wedding photo, get tone, I really do encourage you to book a 30-minute dress fitting ready call with me. Okay, this is not me selling you something, it's literally for me to highlight things that I think are killing your dress fitting goals, because sometimes you just need someone else to explain things and to get you to understand like why that's probably going to be one of the biggest things that's causing you to hit a plateau or not getting you the results that you want. Okay, and if you do jump on this call with me, I will just give you some of my personal recipes and sort of meal plans that have helped me get help me with my physique transformation journey. Okay, and you can send me a DM or drop or just drop me send me a DM or something, and I can send you a link to book this call. And I'm not going to be selling you anything, it's literally for me to get you sort of to highlight things that are probably hindering your progress. And so remember that anything is possible, okay? Never give up, okay? And consistency is key. Thank you so much for coming on to this session today. And as always, if you are watching this on replay, I love for you to do hashtag replay and let me know if you found it helpful. As always, it's so important for me to you know, to provide valuable content so that you guys get more clarity, so you can make helpful decisions, because if you don't understand, okay, if you don't understand the decisions, okay, and the results that and you don't understand the results that you're going to get from those decisions, you're not going to be able to build discipline, okay? And you need discipline, okay, and you need clarity in order to build consistency. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and I will love you and leave you. Bye.